Okay. Hi, everybody. It is August 31st, and we have a very special speaker. Laura Teele is going to share with us how she recognizes people through Facebook and in all different areas. So, Laura, I'm going to make you a spotlight speaker. And
enable screen sharing too.
yes, spotlight and okay. Oops. Wait, hold on. If I make you a co-host, Laura, that will be even better. Okay, hold on. Laura or co-host, then you can. Just want to make sure it's still recording. Okay, there we go. All right. So now we want to make you a spotlight speaker as well. There we go. Can everybody see Laura?
Yeah. I'm not in the right thing here. Let me hold on. I thought I shut everything down that I wouldn't need.
Okay.
And then I'm like, where's my Facebook?
Okay.
Anybody else have that issue when they're trying to find things?
All right.
There it is. Okay. So you can see my Facebook now?
We can.
So Laura, that's not even what I want to share. Hold on. I want to share this. Hold on.
Laura, tell us a little bit about yourself first.
I've been in that business a long time. I just hit 24 years and mainly a home party consultant until March. I've been dabbling in virtual world on and off, and in March I had to kick it into gear if I wanted to have a business, and I wasn't sure how long the business would even last, but it's still going strong, and just gotta dig in and do it, I guess, right? More than anything.
You had a couple of amazing months. What tell us about your spring, May, June, and July?
Yeah, it's been absolutely crazy. I started in March, like I said. We were supposed to go on vacation when everything shut down, and I said to my husband, like, I don't know what it'll be next week. I can't take a week off. I have to do some parties. So I started out with 3 or 4 parties that end of March time, and I just kept going until I had 5 a week every week. And I literally did 5 a week every week, no matter what, till the beginning of August when I finally took a breath and thought, I can't work weekends anymore. I can't work 7 days a week anymore. And my team was kind of rolling along really well too, especially with Free for All. So that's been really fun to see. Now I think everybody's in a what's going on with school. Everybody's different. Some are live, some are remote, some are hybrid, and a little bit of both. And I think my team's all trying to figure that out right now. So, but yeah, you just kind of roll with it, right? Pivot is the word of the year.
That's the word of the year. But Laura, I want you to share what your sales were, personal sales were for those big months. I mean,
it's been crazy, right? I basically was doing like 20 to 25 parties every month. And I have my little sheets here. April was just over 24,000. May was over 28,000. June was 26,000. July was 19,000. And August is still 17. So, yeah. And I think the biggest thing is just like my live cooking shows, you have to invite enough people. I always mailed the invitations, 40 invitations, and paid the postage when they gave me that. And now I switched it to 50 to join. And then I give them a gift. So, like that's what's keeping my show average up and bookings up. And I'm working on the recruiting end of virtuals. And
that's awesome, Laura. They just need to hear how someone that was only very part-time virtual, and Laura's always had a very strong live cooking show business, and you pivoted. That's a perfect word. And when you give yourself the ability to pivot and the permission to pivot and not let your negative feelings come into it and just learn, it's amazing what'll happen. And we saw what happened to you, and it was just amazing. Yeah. So everybody put on your, I am going to emulate what Laura's doing. Laura, share with us what you're going to tell us today about.
So I think it's really important to recognize your team, and sometimes it's just the really little things that we think aren't a big deal. Um, one of my girls recently hit 15,000 in career sales, and it took her over 2 years. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, but she was so excited. She announced it on her wall, and I mean, she really played it up. I'm like, okay, that's a big deal to her. To me, I'm like, oh, what are you doing? So we need to recognize all those little things that they do, whether it be weekly or monthly, whatever it may be. And there's so many reports that Pampered Chef gives us that we can run and see all those things. So Nancy Jo asked me to share all those different things and where to get those reports and how to see the numbers and how I track it and everything.
And what you do on people's Facebook pages.
Their walls, yeah. So the first thing when you're in Consultant Corner, if you go into Reports and Tracking, and then Consultant Connection Summary, there's a lot of information right here. And after we talked about it, I had deleted something, so you're not going to see everything. But in this Take Action right here, these all pop up as things happen, meaning welcome new consultants. You can send an email or a text or however you want to reach out. You can recognize their first show submission. That still shows there as well. So all you have to do is click here, and then you can see all their information. So whether you add them to your contacts, that kind of thing, whatever you do. But here I can see who joined in August right away, and then I can make sure I give them a letter or a text or a phone call or however you're going to work with them. So that, in addition to when they submit their first show, it'll come up, say first show submitted, and then I can just shout out on their wall, hey, congratulations, you submitted your first Pampered Chef show. So it's a nice, softer way of saying, Sherry's doing Pampered Chef without Sherry saying, oh my gosh, I'm doing Pampered Chef. It's me recognize her submitting her first party. I feel like it's a softer kind of announcement about the business.
Well, and it really is for those people who are more shy about being proud out loud about their business. When someone else is congratulating you and celebrating you, it's something that all your friends, family, and customers can get in on.
Right.
And, so Laura, what is one of those? Are you going to show us what that looks like?
I'd have to keep switching back and forth between Facebook and Pampered Chef.
Okay.
So I can show one of those later after all the reports.
Okay.
So the next thing I would do is go into the reports here, and I'm kind of going in an order. Like the next thing I would recognize is Fast Track Achievers. It used to pop up in those Take Action, and with the new rewards, it doesn't anymore. But a lot of people don't know that there's a Fast Track Rewards program report. So when you click on that, and then you can put in your whole org or just your personal team, and whatever your decision is how you recognize them. And then it'll apply. So here are people that started by their agreement date. And these are all sortable, which a lot of people don't realize.
We're not seeing that, Laura.
It's not letting you? Okay, hold on.
Try again. Oh.
Yeah. I was hoping it would just keep letting me go into reports. Here we go. I'll have to share each report then. So this is the Fast Track Reward Report. Okay. So
tell us what you do with that, what you look for in that.
Yep. So really what I do is look to see dates here. Pampered Chef used to just have a yes or a no. So it was a little bit trickier. But now they have actually Mary Sue achieved her first Fast Track on June 12th. So what I do is I print this out every month or so and kind of track these dates to see that I'm recognizing them. Okay, so these are all sortable as well. So if you click these little arrows up and down, it will sort them for you. So then you can literally scroll to the bottom and see August 24th, somebody achieved the 5,000 level. So here's maybe a better one. So these will let you see these dates. So that way I can keep track, if it's in August and I haven't recognized them yet, I can scratch them off on my list. Every time I get a good batch of, 10 more people that join, I'll print another report. So I have that to work off of as a master copy.
Nice.
It's just a nice way to recognize the 500, 1250, 2500, and 5000 levels, or any type of fast track rewards.
Awesome.
Okay, so that's the fast track rewards report. Okay, so the same thing with, I guess I have to just keep sharing again, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay, I'll just have to go into the rewards. I wish there was an easier way to do it. And I guess really, a lot of the reports are the same way. I wrote them down here. So there's your roster. You can pull up your anniversaries or your. Can you see this report here? Just the list of reports.
Yes. Yes.
Roster shows the anniversaries and birthdays, so you can print it by month, or you can print the whole year and sort it. Okay. Another one that I do is the monthly sales promotion. I think when I click here, does it go blank for you?
Let's see. It's not changing.
No.
It's interesting.
Right?
There we go.
Let me see if I can get it this way.
Okay.
It's because it opens a new window, so you're
Right?
sharing that window. Like you have to share your whole screen.
Yeah. It's just going to keep biting me, I think.
If you share your screen instead of, what is Jean DeCarlo saying? Instead of the actual window, it should work. Okay.
Share what?
It says if you share your screen instead of the window, it should work. So
if I share from, let me try it.
It will say share screen 1 or 2. So you know how it gives you the all the different things.
Reports?
Yeah. Let's see if that'll work.
I'm sharing the screen sharing right now. Can you see my report list again?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think like what Sherry said, when you click on any of these, it's taking us to a new window. So now it's not letting us share.
Okay. It's talking about right. Somebody said right option below. Hold on. If you share your screen instead of the actual window, it should work. It will say screen 1 or 2. Right below the option, it will state screen 1. That's
for me or for you as a guide?
I think it's for you because you're in charge right now because you're a co-host. But just keep going.
Well, yeah. So with the sales promotion, did everybody know that you can sort this one as well? Every month as it triggers, they're going to go into this report and you can see their sales. So last week I had somebody who was at like $995 and the reward was at 1,000. So I reached out, do you have anybody else that needs to order something? You're going to get that bag. So it lets you kind of track numbers as well.
Can you show us that, Laura? Can you go in? Okay.
Yeah. So it's probably, let's see if it pulls up a report in the same window or not. I think it does.
Yep.
Okay. So you can see here, it'll announce your personal team who achieved it with this 1, and then your org as well. So if you want to recognize people, it goes by the directors there. So like here, Andrea, she's at 968. So, she's got 12 more hours here.
Yeah.
So if it's something that she's interested in, it's just nice to let them know if they're close to achieving something. Okay. Nice. So yeah, this is a fun one. And I've just created, the little bag picture right from Pampered Chef, and I'll put you did it right in there just through Canva or Word Swag, anything like that. So that's the sales achiever. I do the same thing with $1,000 parties. I recognize anybody who submits a $1,000 party. And what I like to do is put that one right on their wall. And then I tell them, tag your hosts in that, because that's a big deal. So then they can see, me recognizing them, and then they tag their hosts that are hitting that $1,000 or all your monthly hosts. Thanks for a great month. This is who I worked with. But then they're seeing that tag again and other people responding that it's not just me, it's my hosts that are really having great success too.
And Laura, are you going to show us how to create one of those later when
Sure.
you're done with this? When you're done with showing us where to find everything? Because a
Right.
lot of times I think we don't know where to find everything.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let me go through. I have like a list here of different things to recognize.
Perfect.
The other thing at the end of the month, let me pull up another one here. At the end of the month, I like to do. Let me shut some of these down. Can you see this list again?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
You might have to share your screen again.
I just have to keep sharing. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's okay. At the end of the month, some different things that I like to recognize. If you do like the top 10 in sales, you can pull up this individual performance recognition, and it'll do your whole org, and you can sort it by dollar amount. So then you can pop the top 5 or the top 10, however many you want to do. Another report people don't realize is the Career Club sales. That's another one that auto generates after we get paid. So you can recognize anybody who hits any of those Career Club levels.
Awesome.
First time title achieved. That's one of the take action items at the end of the month. So that's another one that pops up in your consultant connection summary, right into your take action. And that's a real fun one to do. Anybody who's promoting, right? Whether it be a senior consultant or a team leader, a director, anything like that. That's going to pop up right in that take action item. Is your career title?
Click those off, correct? You can, once you fulfill those take action items, you can click them. So you can, I know I've been on some people's pages and they've, got thousands on there. And so that's kind of overwhelming. So it's kind of like your email.
Can you see this one?
Yeah.
For Jess, can you see Jess? Okay, yeah, Jess doesn't click all these all the time. Yeah, but it's a nice thing to work from, because then you can see who's submitting shows, who's inactive, and who you can reach out to that might need some help.
Because they tell you when people are getting close to being inactive, 2 months, 5 months, when they're done?
The inactive is 1 month, and then 5 months and 6 months. So like an example here, Erin we want to make sure we reach out to Erin because she already hit her 15,000 in career sales, and she needs to submit this month or she's going to lose that.
And Laura, what does the email sound like that you send them?
Depending on if it's somebody that I've been in contact recently, you want to make sure you're retaining your career sales. It's really simple. I would obviously do it before the end of the month, right? Between like the 10th and the 15th when all that pops up.
Don't you do it in like month or week 2 of that second month?
Yeah. It just says something, like we're here to help you. Please reach out. Something real simple, but just letting them know. Because if they're really part-time like that, they might not even realize what they could be losing.
Right. And if if they only have $500 in sales, and it's not a big deal if they lose it and start over. We just want them to make sure, that somebody like 25,000, they're going to lose a pay raise.
Right. Well, and even, I don't know, Deneen has been around for a while, but if I were to see this, I'm like, oh my gosh, if she was newer, I'd say you're almost at your 1250. Let's get you that skillet. Let's earn that saute pan for you. You're so close to it. So it lets you kind of, just a touch about what they can get from being active.
Eileen said, not sure if I can upload a screenshot here, but here's an example of a welcome email. I also send reminders for active status. Whoop. Guess I can't upload it. Maybe you can send it to us and we can put it on the different
on the PC team training.
There you go. PC
team. I can download it.
Thanks, Eileen. Yep. Good.
Yeah, so those are, and then the other thing, excellence achievers, trip achievers, when people reach that status, you want to make sure that, their friends and family know that they're, they're going to travel maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's an option, right?
Right. Well,
there's an option.
and Laura, like for some teams, it depends on the size of your team, whether you want to do it as soon as they hit level 1, level 2, or you want to wait till towards the end. Of course, anybody that earns level 2 or 3, you would let people know that, but somebody may earn level 1, 2, and 3. So it depends on how much you want to keep going back into and the time you have. For those of you that have super big groups, you can wait. Like I wait till the end, because it's otherwise we'd be doing it a lot.
Right. But yeah, I mean, there's so many reports, so don't be afraid just to dig into those because there's so much recognition you can do. And like I said, that girl who hit 15,000 for me, I was like, oh gosh, it took a couple years. She was so proud of it. She's that active person every single month that, you appreciate it and you send them their recognition, but that was a huge deal to her. I mean, she literally announced that she had a big deal to share with people that she would be announcing on Friday. And it just kind of blew my mind. like, okay, I got to make a big deal out of this for her. It's a big deal.
And like we said, when we go into their Facebook page and do it, it's not them boasting about it, it's us boasting about them. And it
Right.
really makes a difference.
Right. So yeah,
Would you take us through how you create?
you know what? I do that on the iPad.
Oh, you do it on the iPad.
I
Okay.
do. Yeah.
All right. So,
I found, I was trying to, share another
it's a
screen here.
Mac, Laura.
Pardon me?
Probably because it's a Mac, it's easier.
Right? So, I think everybody's doing virtual parties so they know, but like here I'm on Nancy Joe's wall and I would just, like the congratulations. Honestly, if you have an iPad, do it on the iPad because it automatically pulls up your frequently typed in words and everything. I don't even type in congratulations. I just hit the button and it's there, and then I'm like, you submitted
Excuse me.
a party in August, and then you just add your picture. So I have all of my my recognition. No, not that one. I usually do it from the iPad, so we'll just find. I've got some of them here. Here's a July 2020 party. So I just pull up some of Pampered Chef's pictures and add something to it using Canva or WordSwag, or kind of just depends on what I feel like playing with that day. But then I just post it, and now Nancy Joe can go in and tag her host or all her hosts for the month.
And Laura, do you put words in there too, or just what's in the green circle?
I just put what's in the green circle right here.
Okay, perfect.
And then above, like I would have tagged you up here.
Okay.
So that I make sure you see it.
Awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, just something really simple. Like I said, that way it's not Nancy Joe bragging on herself. It's her leader bragging on her so that her customers and friends and family can see.
Great. Awesome. All right. Anything else you want to show us, Laura?
I went through all of the list of all the different reports.
Okay. You're getting, holy crap, I never knew this. Awesome. What's the gift you give them when they reach 50 guests at a party? What's the gift you give them when you said that when they get to 50 guests at a party?
Oh, yeah. Kristen Coy taught me a year ago not to be cheap with my hosts. So I usually do like a $10 item. I like to do the scoop and spread because money goes back.
Okay. Awesome. Congratulations, girl. That's great. Thank you, Laura. And remind them that they can apply for a grace month. Yeah. If if they, now Grace Month is only for your personal sales. If you're a director, you still have to have the 5,000.
Right. There's two kinds of grace months that a lot of people don't know, and it's in the policy manual. But if you have a consultant who's on the verge of losing career sales, they can apply for a grace month, and that'll give them that extra month to get the sales in so that they protect their career sales, especially like if somebody had a baby or moved or whatever. But there is the exemption for a director whose team has made the numbers, but they personally don't have the 750. They can get paid as a director. They would appear as a green director, and it's right in their field underscore support at Pampered Chef, and they can apply for a grace month.
And isn't that true that you get one grace month a year?
Technically, you can get up to two in a 12-month period.
You can't be more than 6 months together, though. I don't think they can be two right back to back.
Yes.
All right. So, Laura, you have a list that we can post in PC team training, okay?
I just said that, yeah, in the chat. I'll
Okay.
get that to Patty, and she can share it with everybody.
Okay. And Nancy Eccles said that she's happy to share how to create an image. So should we have Nancy do that? And they're asking if you have a system to track this, Laura. Don't you print things out?
I do. Like I shared with the fast track reward, I'll print that one out, and that way I know I've done it. I do a team banner as well and update who's active and everything. So I kind of I'll print my consultant connection report so I can see the numbers and make sure I get all the numbers right and recognize everybody who's active. So a binder that I'll go through.
Okay.
Once a week and print.
Once a week? Okay. That's what I was going to ask. How often do you do it?
For my team, once a week,
Okay.
as I see numbers change.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I really appreciate this, Laura, because I know for me, this is one of the greatest pieces of recognition I do for my team. And because we can reach down, it costs time, but it really doesn't cost money with you, which, I mean, with all of us, time is money, of course, but it's just, I'm just saying it's not something you have to put a stamp on. And more people will see it. I mean, and you know me, I love Happy Mail, so I do Happy Mail every single month because I still think it's really fun to get something in the mail, and you can show that to you and your family. But this shows it to your world, and I think that that's really, really important. And it's a great form of recognition, and Laura does such a great job at it. So I really, really appreciate you sharing with us, Laura.
Anytime.
Yep, you're one of the few we've had two of, so we're going to have to get some other people to share and do another thing, right? So, and I have to say that we have been so thrilled with the amount of sharing that's been going on these calls. And, Patty Marie and I and Paula have even talked about, like, should we go back to doing it once a month or twice a month? And people are like, no. But we are going to be off next week. Next week's Labor Day. We're taking the day off. If you want to train on Monday morning like you always do, there is a ton of stuff on PC team training. Go and dig in, okay? Go and dig into something that maybe you didn't quite get. All right, Laura, I'm going to stop or you know what? Let's have Nancy share how to do a post. So that's in there too. And then we're going to stop this so we can put it on as a separate training. Laura, you did a great job. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. So let's see where Nancy Eccles is. Nancy, can you talk? I'm going to take Laura off as co-host.
I'm here.
Okay, there you are. And let me make you a co-host. Okay. And we're still recording. Okay. And then we're also going to make you do the spotlight video. Very good. All right, Nance, thanks for sharing. Nancy is a graphic artist, and so she's going to show us her magic.
Okay. So Canva is a free website. It has a lot more capability with the pro version, but you can do a heck of a lot with it just for free. And I need to make my window smaller there. Okay, so I've got it open just to all my designs, and I'm going to go up here and click on create a design. And if you think you would recognize your team members on Instagram, also you'd probably want to choose the square here, the social media image, because that will work out best. But you can also do the Facebook post. Either one works great. I'm going to go ahead with social media.
Does that allow you to do it in more than one place? Is that
well? I mean, you can put the images on any platform as long as they're PNG or JPEG files. Okay. But if you create a Facebook post that is a little bit more rectangular, the entire image won't always show on Instagram.
Okay. All right.
In my experience. So we've got the square image, and I'm going to go upload. I already, and there's a lot of different tools here, so I'm just going to show you what we need to create this. And my image is on my computer because I already saved it, and it's a recent thing that I just did. And it's the image from Consultant's Corner. If you go to Explore and then Consultant Sales Promotion, you'll see the images there. They're also probably in marketing imagery. I usually just go to where the Consultant Sales Promotion leads me to show me what the promotions are for this month and the upcoming month. And so I saved that to my computer, and here it is. I renamed it so I can find it, and I haven't put it in a folder yet. I just put it here so I could grab it easily. So I'm going to click on that, and it's going to load it over here.
Okay.
So this is just one really quick and simple. There's a lot of different things you can do. And I usually use my arrows to take it up and over a couple just to make sure I don't have lines around the edge that I don't want. And then you can move it around with your cursor. And then you see the purple lines. That's helping me center it. Not that it really so much matters for this particular thing, but that's just if you're needing to center text or something. So for this, I really want to emphasize the bag there. And so I'm going to pull down in different places to pull that. And then if you want to add text, you can just go over here to the left-hand column, hit text. You've got 3 different types of generic sizes. For this, we want a heading. This tool, this piece here, just like the arrows indicate, if I want to turn it, I just click on that and spin it. If I want to move it, I just grab on the little crossbar here to move it. And I'll change how that's going to look here in a second. Okay, not sure what happened to my screen. There we go. All right. So I don't want the default head or the default font. So I'm going to grab something else. Say I'm just kind of glancing down here. You can see recently used things, and you can just scroll down and you're like, oh, I like how that looks. Or, just you like a different font that you just happen to see. And so maybe we like this one. And so I'm going to put congrats there. Now this is a pre-formed image. So one thing that I'm going to do is to click up here. Sometimes it'll list all the functions, and sometimes you have to click on the ellipsis to see it. But I'm going to ungroup that so I can get rid of the things that I don't need, and now I just have the words. And I'm going to get rid of this one up here. So I just clicked on it, hit delete. And if you don't have the crossbar, sometimes you won't. You just click in the middle and drag it, or sometimes you can click up on the top bar to get a little crossbar image.
Okay.
To determine where you want that, I'm going to, this is a real good tip. Once I put it in here, I can't really move it around, and it, don't be frustrated by that. Just double click on it, and then there it is again. So if I want to decide, oh, I don't want the background image in there so much, then I can just drag it, click done. And I'm going to get rid of the plant. And then you've got congrats. So you can put that wherever you want it. I'm just doing something really fast just to give you an idea. If I want to change the colors of that text, that's really easy. You can see there's the way that it's created. It's already got a shadow in it. And this is the image there, and it pulls from document colors. That's actually just from the one that we created, but I have some preloaded Pampered Chef colors in here, so if I wanted to put that, I could. If I want to change the effects, right now it was created by Canva using shadow, but if I don't like that one, I can take it off, or I can try a different one. That one lifts it off the page and makes it stand out a little bit. And if you want to see different colors, it's real easy to do.
Nice. Marie, I'm going to have you watch the chat.
So there's a lot of different images. I've been having a lot of fun with the effects without trying to spend too much time on that. The neon one is kind of fun for different things. I don't like it necessarily in this instance, but I like the lift because it jumps off the page a little bit. Mm-hmm. And you can, if you want to change the color, or maybe you don't really want to use the Pampered Chef color, you can pick up something, a little brighter or yellow, whatever you want. If you want to, if you happen to know a color, or you want a green but you don't see it, you can, drag into whatever color you want. You don't have to use Pampered Chef colors, of course. So there's all kinds of.
Somebody asked about the ungroup function. What was the purpose of ungrouping, and can you show that again?
Sure. Give me just a quick sec. Okay, so the purpose of that was when I was scrolling through the text over here. When you're adding text, you can click on the button. I'm going to start off there. So like I did in the beginning, I use this. Now, if I don't want that font, I just double click on it, and I can click on the drop down up here. And then I can scroll through all the fonts here and pick something that appeals to me. Maybe I want a bold script, or you can pick one there. But if you don't want to have to scroll through there and you just want to do it visually with something that Canva has already created for you with some kind of heading types of things, then you can just scroll through. But when you do that, say, oh, whatever that font is, I want that. And you click on it. Again, I don't know why that went away. Right now, these are grouped together because it's a preformed image of text, but maybe I don't want this top part. And so how do I get rid of that? You get rid of it by clicking ungroup. If I created these and I want them together, then I'm going to click on one, hold down the shift button, click on the second one, go to the ellipsis, and then click on group, and now it's one piece.
Gotcha.
But if you don't want it one piece, you ungroup it. Let's say you want to say, oops, sorry, can't type when people are watching. Okay, so obviously that's not looking good right now, so I need to drag the bar over here to make it all fit on one line. and I'm going to change the image size here just so I can get it all in the window and make it smaller. So if you want to make it smaller, drag from the corners. And if I was using this, I don't like all the space in between. So I'm going to highlight the text, and then you see the lines and arrows. That's just for spacing. That's the image to tell you you can change that. So the line height is going to increase or decrease the space in between your lines.
Oh.
And if you want more space, which I wouldn't, but if I did, I would drag it this way. And if I wanted a little closer together for a script like this, it was automatically a little bit bigger. I mean, a wider space in between the letters, but I took it down to 0. And then I can move that around. I'm going to take it back up bigger so we can see it. Whoops, not that big. Sorry.
Michelle Rossi is saying, thank you so much. You're saving her a ton of time trying to figure things out by showing her. And Kathy said, thank you. That line spacing trick is really great. It's been driving her nuts. So
Good, I'm glad.
Awesome.
And, you know, sometimes I personalize these, but, you know, if your team's bigger, that's not something you're probably going to want to take time to do. So it's nice to have a standard image where you can just, you know, leave it congrats. And
you did it, or you earned it. You know.
Up here, I would put kind of a stamp saying you earned it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I would just pick one. I you know, like even that one would work.
Now you can animate something like this as well, right?
You sure can. Sorry. To animate, you can click up here. If you just, you know, as is animate, it's going to fly in the text here. And you can just preview what they're going to look like by clicking on them. So that's the block, fade, pan, rise, tumble. And these are all only available if you have the pro version, which I haven't chosen to spend the money on yet. The other way that you can animate is, let's maybe keep it, I don't really like that one. How about Rising Star for that one? Forgive me, I can't remember who else has shared some of these things in past Mondays, but there are great features down in stickers, for example. Multiple consultants have shared these, and they're fantastic. So there are word stickers, for example. That one's fun. And there are sometimes, you know, cool would be fun, or wow.
Cool.
These are preformed, you know, words. If you want to make your own, you know, that's when you're going to use the effects. But these are pre-created.
Cool.
Don't necessarily love any of those. If you want to add confetti, which is something I'm having a lot of fun with. You don't want to have every post you do have confetti in it, though. But it is nice for, you know, a fun thing every now and then.
Yep.
I think confetti stickers a lot of people love. So
yeah, I happen to love them. I just had a team challenge that I'll be honest, I was a little bit late in giving the results to my team. I just kind of out of sight, out of mind, and I forgot. And so it's never too late. So I apologize to my team. They're never going to be sad to have a drawing later than I had intended to do it. But I created an image where I had drawing number 1 on the first page. And then if you want to create additional pages, you just click here and then you can change. So I have in Canva, I have a sales promotion achiever thread of images, and I just go in each month and create a new one. So sometimes I'll use something similar in design, and sometimes I'll do it differently, but it's still all in one place on Canvas, so it makes it easy for me to find.
Somebody asked, when you do an animated picture, what do you save it as?
It depends. I'm relatively new to these, but if you save it as an MP4 file or video, that's what it defaults to. And this is in beta testing in Canva, but right now it's free, so hopefully it stays free. In my experience, it is a high quality video, but I don't know that it necessarily plays automatically. I went back and forth between the GIF and the MP4 on this announcement thread image, and it's kind of cool. Do you want me to show you one that I did
Sure.
for my team? Just don't judge me on how long,
Yeah.
it took me to.
Cora asked if you can show your sales promotion thread or something like that.
Sure. Okay.
And somebody said she likes to download it as a GIF.
Okay. I like the GIFs because I think they play more automatically, but for what I did for my team over the weekend, I wanted them to click on the button because I didn't want them to see who won. And the last image was who won. And so I didn't want that to play for them to see it right off the bat. These could be better organized when I have Pro. I can have like 2 folders now, and so they're not very organized, and that's a good reason for me to upgrade to the Pro, because I create a lot of things in here for Pampered Chef and for my church and for family and different things. So this was last month. This one.
Very nice.
And you can see I kind of like that one, so I've reused it here lately several times. But there, you don't have to make it hard. Use the wonderful images that Pampered Chef has already created by fantastic graphic artists at the home office, and you can personalize or not. But it's easy. It's easy to use those images and just add some text here and there. Just keep in mind this is important to recognize your team members, but don't cross the line over spending so much time on Canva that you're not booking parties.
Right. How true is that? This should be something you just spend a small portion of your time on.
Just make it good enough. Pampered Chef gives us the images, and then you can play around with it, have fun with it, but don't let it consume you.
Because it can. It really can. For sure. Well, thank you so much, Nancy. Let's give Nancy a big hand. Thank you. Thank you. Laugh out loud. Pretty doesn't pay the bills. You're right, Eileen. Okay, so I am going to stop this recording because